Hi everybody, welcome to another update on the stock screener. Today we're going to talk about Avino Silver and gold mines because they just released a growth plan. And I think this growth plan is looking very good. So yeah, the share price hasn't done a lot because silver is still at $20. So it's almost at break-even prices for many silver mines. But this can, of course, change in the future. Now, I wanted to talk about the growth plan. This is something new. So, as you know, they bought La Preciosa, which is a high-grade silver mine that's going to get developed now. So, as you can see here, the production is going to rise in the coming years. It's a very slow rise, but at least it's growing. And you can also see that the costs are going to decrease from 18 to 16, 14. So I like to see this. I like to see companies that decrease costs and increase production. Will they be able to do this? I don't know, but it looks very nice. And you can see here also that silver, the amount of silver will increase as a percentage of production. So I put this all in this table. So this is for this year. These are current numbers. And then for 2024, so this is silver equivalent about 4 million. So that's this 4 million here. And the silver amount is 52%, right? 52% of that. And then we have copper and gold, which is 32% copper. And of course, I use these prices here to calculate the copper production in pounds. And then we have gold production, which is 16% of the silver equivalent production, right? And I also used these prices to calculate the gold ounces. Okay, so that gives me the following profile of production, and it's rising. Okay, and here are the costs going from 17, 16, 14, 12, and then here ending at 13, which is a pretty good cost. It's a average low cost mine. And we all think that silver is going to 50, going to 30, some think that it's going to 600, which is never going to happen, but okay. Everyone thinks that silver is going to go up. Some say it is the next lithium 2.0, which I don't believe, but okay. If you really like silver, this is the perfect silver mine because in the future they will have 70% silver production. So that's a primary silver mine. Okay, so looks like a very good company to invest in silver because of this here. Here are the numbers, EBITDA numbers at the different silver prices. And I have checked this myself. So here on this chart, you can see the fair value for the different years. And I calculated this by adding up all the revenue. So R40, that's this production, times C53, that's this silver price. and then we do the same. We add the copper revenue, and then we add the gold revenue. So this is a silver, copper, gold mine. So that's the revenue minus the costs. The costs are 43 silver equivalent total times R44, which is the, yeah, so the AISC times the silver equivalent production. So that's the cost. And then we do times 5. That's my 5 multiple on the EBITDA and in millions. So that gives us these valuations. And just to check this, let's say we have 30 silver. Okay, then we have here 30 silver in 2028, 100 million EBITDA. 100 million EBITDA times 5 multiple gives me this point, so that's 500, right? 100 million EBITDA times 5 multiple is 500 market cap valuation. So my calculations are correct. So if you wait, for example, 5 years and silver goes to 30, then this can go up from the current, let's say 100 market cap to 500. So that's a 5x in 5 years. Sounds good, right? 5x in 5 years. Now, this is only at 3.8 copper and 1,700 gold. So let's say copper in 5 years is going to go to 6. Then it becomes like this, and gold is going to go to 2,500. Then we have an upside of 7x from 100 to 700 million, right? But you need to wait 5 years, of course. But even in the first year, so this year, if this were to happen, you have a 2.5x. And in 2024, you will have a 3x, 300 million, 400 million, 500 million. So there's a lot of upside if you think silver is going to 30 and copper is going to 6, even if it's 5. Yeah, copper is not that high here. There's not a lot of copper production. Gold also not a lot. So most important is the silver. So let's take 40 silver. You can see how much leverage this company has. A 9x at 40 silver. Some say 50 silver. Then it's a $1 billion company. 100 silver, it's going to 2.5 billion. And at the big sphere 600 silver, we are going to 15 billion. Okay, so plenty of upside if you believe these numbers. But we are going to go back to reality now, and the reality is that we are still at 21 silver. So reality says that we are fair value currently here at $90. By next year, it's going up maybe 10% to 100. So not a lot of upside at current silver prices. Then in 2025, When the tailings go in production and La Preciosa is in production, then we could go up 70% from 100 to 177. So there is upside if you hold this company. Now be mindful that there is also capex involved, 30 million capex and 15 million in 2027. So 30 million, is that a lot? At current prices, well, EBITDA is around 20 million per year. So I think it's manageable. So most of the money that they get will be put back into the ground to develop and build the mills, construct the tailings, construct the mills. So don't expect a lot of free cash flow because there is capex involved. But that capex is going to be put into good use to grow the production and decrease costs. So the valuations will rise in time. And at current prices, there is plenty of upside in the coming years. 3x minimum if you wait 5 years. That's not a bad return. So I think Avino Silver is probably the best silver mine I can find other than Santa Cruz, but Santa Cruz has not done very well because the zinc price is dropping. And they also have a lot of debt. Avino, I think they don't have any debt. When you look at the assets, well, this is an old one from last year, so I haven't updated it. But you can easily see 80 million assets, no liabilities. See? So this is a very a very safe company because it doesn't have any debt and it has cash flow. About a PE of 10, it's fair value, but at least there's no default risk like with Santa Cruz Silver. And there is plenty of leverage due to the growth profile. So if you're interested, I would look at Avino Silver, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.